Hey guys, want to introduce you to my next project. This project is based off of the TV series Stranger Things on Netflix. I don't know if you saw it. It's really kind of a cool series. Um, this is the Demogorgon, and it comes in um, 5 parts. Yeah, 5 parts. This is the legs. I haven't broken it apart yet, and it's rather stringy, but the detail on it's pretty good. This is the legs. Then you got the body. It's going to go on top like this. Let's see if I can hold this in place. You've got the head. Again, it's all stringy right now, but that's okay. You got the head that's going to go on here. Pretty cool. See if I can see through the strings. Okay. I started having a stringing problem this summer. It seems that I think it has to do with the humidity in my basement. So, and then here are his two hands, one there, and so we got a lot of cleanup to do. The stringing that you're looking at is real simple. That's going to go away. I just take my heat gun, throw that on it real quick, and now it'll just go poof and disappear. This figure is going to be standing at about 13 and a half inches, I think, when it's done. Very, very cool. I think it's a cool representation of the Demogorgon. So that's where we are. Let me get to cleaning up so it makes a little bit more sense to you guys and not as, what the heck is that? It looks like, because of all the strings, but we'll get it cleaned up and it'll make more sense. Like I said, if you haven't seen Stranger Things, you should check it out on Netflix if you have it. It's a pretty cool show. All right, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to our Demogorgon build from the TV series Stranger Things. As you can see, we got him built up. Originally, he was printed, and he was in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 parts. He came in 6 parts. Put them together, except for his head, obviously. He's kind of missing his head. We put them together. We had a couple issues with it where, you remember, we had some stringing issues which required some cleanup. His one leg, this leg here, broke when I was cleaning it up. So it was a clean break though, so I was able to glue it back together without a problem. We put them all together. He went together really nice. The other problem we had was his elbow here. You can see that. There was some misprint here, and it was unfinished. So we had to fix that. But otherwise, it came together well. To do the fix of the elbow and the fix of it, or not the fix, but to fill in the seam on his legs, which really wasn't that bad, but I decided to use this anyway. I use this Tamiya epoxy putty. So far, it seems no different, no better, no worse than my normal putty, which for me is the Abe's Epoxy Sculpt. Comes in those containers, 50-50. Difference between this and that is, as far as I could tell, is this comes in packets, and it looks like bubble gum. Some Wrigley Spearmint gum is, part A, part B. Come on. Okay, so it looks like a stick of gum. You take 2 equal parts, knead them together, kind of like bubble gum. Chew them up, put it in your mouth, chew it up, make it get nice and even coats. Just kidding. Don't chew it like bubble gum. That's absolutely something you should not do. Again, do not chew like bubble gum. But once you get it in a uniform mix, you take it, you apply it using some water. You can smooth it all out and everything, and that's what we did here. So that's what I did. Here, fixed his arm. I think it's in a good spot. Again, using water on my finger. My suggestion when using this or any other putty, use a smaller amount than you think you need. I mean, mix up your amounts. You don't want to waste it. Get what you think. But when you apply it, you've got like 20 minutes or so, I think, before it really gets hard. So use smaller bits, because I think it's easier to add to the sculpt and fill in the gaps and so forth and smooth it out, as opposed to when you put too much in and you have to remove it. while it is sandable, it's not always easy to sand. It takes a chore, you know. But since I had extra, I decided to fill in the seams around his legs. So that's what that was from. Again, I think he's in a pretty decent place right now. The head, I'm still working on, as you can see here. The strings didn't clean up as much as I had hoped for. I mean, they did, but they still need some more cleaning up. So I want to, you know, really get in there and clean it up some more before I snuggle the head. Just figure it's easier to work with it like this than opposed to the whole body. But just give you an idea, when it's attached, it's going to look something like this, which is pretty cool. Again, it's a nice big figure. So that's where we are with our Demogorgon. We're going to, like I said, clean this up, take him out, get him primered, and we'll figure what we're going to do from there. I'm kind of thinking, because of the way the lines are, the way the print came out, I think I might try to coat him in some way to cover and mask over a lot of that stuff and make him smoother and more, I don't know, the creature was very slimy and very fluidy and stuff like that. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what I want to try to see if I can do, because some of the lines, especially when you look at the legs, you can see where I sanded, you can see the lines. It's not as completely rounded. It's like, you know, a straight curve, straight and then straight again and straight again to create the curve. It's not rounded. It's a bunch of small straight areas that are together and angled in. So maybe if I do that, I can smooth it out a little bit better, because otherwise I'll be sanding on this forever. And I'm finding there are people out there that are really good at it, but I'm finding myself, it takes forever to sand this PLA. It is hard, and it's very, for me, it just turns me off, all the effort that it takes. I mean, I'm okay with effort, but this really seems to take forever. So we're going to see what we come up with. It's not like it's a person. It's not like, you know, it's a creature. So even if I left it like this, it's not going to make that much of a difference. But anyway, I'm prattling on. So let me get to doing some more cleanup, and then we'll get on to the priming sequence for this, all right? Be right back. Okay, we're back again, and where we are is we coated the entire figure with resin. And what I did is I took this Anycubic UV resin, okay, use it for resin printers. I take that and I just pour it in a little cup like this, and using my paintbrush I go over the entire figure, and the resin of course fills up all the gaps and layer lines and stuff like that. And once I, you know, doing sections at a time, then I take this UV light that I have for nails, okay, I take that, put it under there for, you know, 30 seconds or so, 60 seconds, and it hardens it. And then I can go back and I can sand it even smoother if I want. So that's what I did with that. I still have to sand them, but it's on there right now. And then the other thing, as you can see, we added his head, okay? What I'm doing now is I'm trying to fill in the gap. The head came in at an angle like this, okay? And I'm using the resin, is what I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm filling in that line, throw it under the UV light, fill in the line, use the UV light, and eventually it fills the gap. And of course it makes the joint stronger too. When I first started doing this, I would put like baby powder in here, mix it in. To be honest with you, I don't really see much of a difference between having the baby powder and not using the baby powder, so it makes it a little cleaner. It saves time, so I haven't been using the baby powder, to be fair. So, but you'll see other people that may tell you to use it. I just haven't seen the benefit of it, so I saved myself a step. So anyway, that's where we are. We're going to keep cleaning that joint for his head, and then we're going to get to priming, hopefully. Do like an overall sanding and get to priming, and then see where we are at that point.